The Phonological Awareness Literacy Screening, PALS, provides a comprehensive assessment of young children's knowledge of the important literacy fundamentals that are predictive of future reading success. PALS consists of 3 instruments: PALS Pre-K, PALS K, and PALS 1 to 3. PALS assessments are designed to identify students in need of additional reading instruction beyond that provided to typically developing readers. PALS also informs teachers' instruction by providing them with explicit information about their students' knowledge of literacy fundamentals. In this article, PALS 1 to 3 is used in the case studies. PALS 1 to 3 is a multi-layered assessment that extends as needed to document the beginning literacy strengths of students. 3 measures begin the screening process and are required of all 1st through 3rd grade students: word recognition and isolation, developmental spelling, and oral reading and context. If students do not meet the benchmark for these entry-level assessments, they are assessed in letter knowledge, phonemic awareness, and concepts of word. As we can see in Carlos's table, he was tested in 3 earlier mentioned categories. Carlos demonstrated some behaviors typical of beginning readers. He read a primer-level passage slowly and with about 90% accuracy. Carlos seemed to know that reading is a meaning-making process and that part of his job is to understand the content of what he is reading. Given his limited proficiency in English, we now know that it is important for Carlos's teacher to provide him with many opportunities to listen to, discuss, and work with important vocabulary that will support his academic language development. Carlos's responses on the developmental spelling inventory give us insight on his understanding of how words work in English. He represented the beginning, ending, and vowel sound of each word with a letter whose name is close to the sound he hears. To make sense of his English, he needs plenty of word study with short vowels before moving on to abstract long vowel patterns. He also needs a teacher who works to understand students' development and plan appropriate small group activities. Now looking at Rosita's table, she scored just above benchmark for 1st graders on her assessment, and so was not identified as needing additional literacy tutoring. She showed many signs of being a beginning reader and speller. Rosita appears to have used her background knowledge of Spanish sounds to spell words in English. Her spelling responses tell us that she could use more practice with the short vowels and consonant blends. Rosita may be experimenting with attaching a close vowel sound from Spanish to what she is learning in English. More opportunities to compare and practice these sounds in word sorts and think aloud activities will help Rosita establish a firm foundation in the sound symbol component of her literacy development. It was suggested in the article that students like Rosita may represent a typical profile for English language learners, and that she would likely benefit from reading activities that focus on meaning-making and conceptual development. Her example shows how a literacy assessment can point teachers in the direction of doing in-depth follow-up that will help uncover specific student needs.